Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video where I am going to be working on a guest room makeover. This might be a little bit more of a refresh. The room is pretty simple right now, not much character going on. I know I want to DIY a headboard in this space, so let's get started on this project. Alright, I ran out to get some of the stuff that we are going to need, so I have my board behind me, which is really the base of the headboard. I also got some quilt batting. That's going to be what makes it a little bit softer. And then I have some fabrics that we're going to look at. I have to decide if I want to do something just simple or if I want to do something, I don't know, maybe with a little bit of character. We can make that determination later, but right now we're going to get started with laying the board down, getting the batting attached, and then we'll go from there. To start the headboard, I'm just going to unroll all of the batting and lay it flat, and then I'm going to put the board down, not necessarily in the center of it, but on the side where there's enough room that I can fold the edge over. Now you will have to cut some excess off depending on the size of your board. Mine is smaller, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut this to size, leaving a bit of space all around the perimeter. I fold both sides lengthwise over the board, and then I will start to staple it down along the edge. The batting you do not have to be as precise for because there will be another layer over it plus the fabric. Then I will fold the edge up, and then I will staple that down along the edge. I then work on stapling down the length, making sure that the batting is pulled taut. You don't want to pull it too tightly so that it's ripping, but you want to make sure that there's no bubbles on the other side. I will then pull the side that's not stapled down over and start working my way down that side. Once my first layer is done, I'm going to pick my board up and place it on the batting that is left and basically just repeat the same exact process of folding it over and stapling it down. All right. The board is done. I'm like sweating from that. This is such a simple project. I know it might seem like a lot, but it honestly isn't. It's such a simple project. I did this for my bed in my bedroom, and that was more of a task because it was a king size bed. This is such a smaller headboard, so it's a lot easier. That probably took me like 20 minutes to do, which is not long at all. But it is time to pick a fabric. So I pulled out some that I have here. I have just a very simple white. This is what's in my bedroom. I don't really want to do white because I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's a little boring. I then have this kind of like sand colored one, which I guess is also a little bit simple, but there's a part of me that's like, it's a headboard, maybe it should be simple, maybe it shouldn't, you know, be too busy or something like that and take away from the rest of the room. So there's a part of me that wonders if I should just do something like this. But then I also have this taupe striped fabric, and I really like it. I'll show it to you a little bit closer here. I really like this. There's a part of me that's like, oh, I don't know, is that too busy for a headboard? It might give it a little character, which I like, so I'm kind of leaning towards the stripes, but I don't know if that's the right decision. Worst case scenario, we can always change the fabric, but I feel like I should pick something that maybe I normally wouldn't. I think typically just go for something simple, but yeah, let's try the stripes. We're gonna try the stripes. To put the fabric on the board, it's really the same process as it was for the batting. However, once you're ready to lay your fabric down, you really want to be much more precise because this is the final layer and what you will see on the front of your headboard. If you choose to do a solid color, you don't have to worry as much about the positioning. However, because I chose stripes, I really need to make sure that my board is lined up straight, because you would see it being crooked if I did not lay this piece down and really fold it over correctly across the entire board. It's important to emphasize how important it is to really make sure that you are pulling this fabric taut. If you are leaving it too loose, it will get baggy, it will wrinkle very easily. You must make sure you're really pulling it before you staple it down. When it comes to the side, I basically fold it like a present. I fold the sides in and then the longer end up like a present. And you want to make sure that these edges are really crisp, particularly at the corners, so that you get as nice of a corner as possible. Keep in mind that this is the back, and it's okay if your staples aren't perfect or if your fabric in the back is a little bit bunched. As long as it is laying straight and it is pulled tightly in the front, that's what matters. All right, the next project that we're gonna work on is painting nightstands. These used to be in my bedroom. However, once I thrifted the ones I have in there now, did a little DIY on them, I have new ones in there. So these are gonna go in the guest room. Now, the paint is kind of like this white, chippy, kind of like farmhouse style paint, and it's just, I don't really want like a farmhouse vibe in that room, so I'm thinking if I paint them kind of a more solid color, it'll just give them a different feel. I am gonna keep the top, which is like a stained wood, the same. I'm not gonna paint that, I'm just gonna paint the base of it. So I got the hardware off, I'm gonna go get my paint and we'll start working on that. So it is another day and I am back to working on the headboard. My assistant Floyd there is diligently watching my work. Well, maybe not so much, but what I'm doing is adding these kind of like legs to the frame. This is going to allow me to either attach those to the base of the bed, or you could even attach them to a wall, but it helps stabilize the headboard. I am just using a level here to make sure that it is straight. I'm just doing basically a dry fit with the one leg on to make sure that everything is fitting correctly, it's standing evenly, and then once I know that it's fitting correctly, I will take it off and add one leg to the left and one to the right, and that will just make sure that it's really secure when I secure it to the bed frame. Once all three legs are attached, I'm just going to go ahead and slide this into place behind the bed, and then like I said, you could either attach the base to the bed itself or to the wall. It is time for one of my least favorite tasks, which is to hang curtains. I don't know what it is, but I just really don't enjoy hanging curtains at all. Comment below and let me know what kind of home decor task or even chore you really avoid doing. I don't know what it is about hanging curtains specifically, but it is just one of my least favorite things to do.
Even when my teardrops start to dry, the sun begins to shine again. Taking all the advice there is, and none of it has helped. Experience has made me realize
Okay, the curtains are up, the headboard is on. I had to get changed quickly because it was supposed to storm all day, but the sun decided that just wasn't in its plans, so it is super warm all of a sudden, and I'm hot. So I had to get changed quickly, but I'm trying to decide what is the next step in here. I really don't know how I feel about that shelf over the bed. I put it up, I really wanted to, let's see if you can see a little better. I put it up, I really wanted to put lots of art up there, but now I'm kind of feeling like maybe I just put the art on the wall, maybe I take the shelf down. Maybe I'll try to work with the shelf and see if I can come up with something that I really do like, but I'm gonna get the nightstands back in place and then we'll go from there.
Look out, here she comes, the woman that I love. It's too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel, because she has someone who makes her happy. I'm a ghost in these walls, or at least I try to be. 'Cause I hope that I'm not showing how I feel for her, but she won't feel the same for me. I've got this picture in my mind. It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I have to try to let her go, because she won't be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before, but she will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else and I will have to let her go. She will never know, na-na, never know, na-na. She will never know, na-na, never know, na-na. She'll never know. It's like she stole my heart without knowing she did. But I guess that it will pass. Yeah, I can't be the only one who got lost inside the blue of those eyes.
Alright, I feel like there's something kind of missing in this corner here. Like they're just, I love how tall the curtains are, but it just feels like there needs to be something tall kind of over there too. So I'm gonna bring in kind of like a wicker lamp that's taller and see if that fills out the space.
I've gotta let her go. I know it won't be easy. I wanna hold her close, but I have to try as hard as I can, 'cause she'll never be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before.
Okay, I think we are done. The guest room is in here behind me. I'm a little nervous about this one. It is a little different than how I typically style. Definitely way more patterns, which I don't know, is it too busy? I don't know. But there's a part of me that really likes it, so will I love it forever? Probably not, but there is something about it that's slightly different from my normal style, but I still really like for some reason. So let me know what you guys think. Is it too many patterns? I don't know. Let's just take a quick look back at the before. Nothing really in there, a little plain, a little bit messy though. I've worked on this space a million times, but hopefully this is it. So let's go ahead and show you this reveal.